Hey, we got Eddie Alexander. He's the head men's basketball coach, Bushnell Beacons. Eddie, congratulations. You have now won 2 out of 3 games in Montana in 4 days. Just talk about that.
Well, it's really huge for us, specifically because this is the end of a very long road trip. Driving up to Havre to play Montana State Northern was a long trip, and extending that to get this third game in was really good for us, specifically because of the new group we have and trying to make things difficult early so the CCC doesn't feel so hard.
Yeah, that's very, very good plan. I want to ask you about one thing specifically to start out. The other night, you and I talked very specifically about how important it is that Cory Johnson is a big part of your offense. And he's not just a part of the offense, but he's got to be a big part of your team. He really came through in that Providence game, played a great game. And then tonight, 22 points, 5 rebounds. Boy, what a resurgence from Cory Johnson, huh?
Yeah, like I told you the other night, the bench is a good teacher, and he got the message to start the game at Providence, having to come off the bench, and understood, I think, what I was trying to communicate to him about his defensive effort and the work and the focus there, and to just let the offense come. And when he starts putting that work in defensively and hitting the rebounds and creating winning plays for us on the O boards, that's when we're at our best. We're going to have to score a little differently this season than what we've had in the past. And we've got to be a defensive-minded team first, and our offense will catch up once we get the chemistry together that we need.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. This was obviously a defensive game. I'm sorry, just low 60s. Havre's always traditionally a very tough place to play. You knew it'd be a knockdown, drag out. Just talk about the tone of the game.
We have to be really physical, especially coming on the road. It was a little bit more physical, very first play out of the gate, and we just knew from that point moving forward we were going to have to play through a lot of things and to just stay focused on controlling the things that we can control.
Well, you got to give your team a lot of credit for going into a hostile environment, being able to come out with a W. Very, very big win. What was the mood of the team in the locker room? I mean, they had to have been really excited to win there.
Yeah, they're excited to win, but they also know that we've got a lot of work to do still. I don't want to deflate the excitement and the enthusiasm to start a season 2-1 on the road like this. We know we gave that game away Friday,
right?
And so we're trying to be our best every day, and so we're not really focused on anything other than the moment. That was a big win. We wanted to be excited about it, but we missed the front end of 3 1-on-1s in the second half. We are always a really good free throw shooting team. That is something that we talked about finishing at the free throw line. We didn't execute offensively the way I wanted to at the end of the game with the shot clock. So we've got a few things that we really need to work on. But I tell you what, our defense traveled tonight. The last 3 halves of basketball, we have held our opponents under 35 points each half. And that is something that we're extremely proud of, our guys, and how hard they're working defensively. Because when we're struggling to put the ball in the bucket, we can win games just like this. And that's not something we've been known for, but something that I know that we can be this year.
So, Eddie, who do you have next on the table?
Taking an exhibition road trip. So as soon as we fly home tomorrow, we're back on the road in 3 days, driving over to Idaho to play Northwest Nazarene in an exhibition.
Okay.
Then we get to come home and have a 3-game homestand for a couple of weeks, which we're already looking forward to.
I bet you are. It was a rough road trip. Hey, congratulations, though. That was, as you know, I went out to Montana this weekend myself. I know how brutal that road trip is. So congratulations, and you're going to enjoy the flight home. Where do you fly out of? Where are you driving to?
Driving back to Great Falls tomorrow. And it's supposed to start snowing tomorrow, so pray that everything goes well for us.
Well, Eddie, congratulations. Pass that on to your team, and we'll talk to you very, very soon. And, I'll see you pretty soon, too.
Yes, I know. That time's coming.
There it is. Hey, that's Eddie Alexander. He's the head men's basketball coach at Bushnell, the Beacons. Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks, Bill. Appreciate everything you do.